Late at night, the streets were empty and silent. The only sound was the occasional rustle of leaves. Bus number 375, which usually ran a short route across the city, suddenly disappeared from the schedule. A young driver named Alex was assigned to take the night shift. He had heard rumors from his colleagues that Bus 375 was cursed. Anyone who drove it after midnight never returned the same. Alex laughed it off. At 12:30 a.m., Alex started the bus. The passengers were few, mostly sleepy-eyed night workers. As the bus moved through the city, the street lights flickered. The passengers whispered, "Did anyone else notice? The driver looks different tonight." Suddenly, the bus left the city and entered a foggy road no one recognized. The GPS was useless, spinning in circles. Panic set in when Alex saw a figure at the back, a woman with no eyes, smiling, whispering his name. The bus stopped. The passengers screamed. Alex turned, but no one was there. Then the engine roared and the bus plunged into darkness. When the authorities found Bus 375 the next morning, it was submerged in a canal 100 kilometers away from its route. No one survived, and Alex was never seen again. From that night onward, locals say if you hear Bus 375's horn after midnight, you are already trapped. Some say the passengers' voices can still be heard whispering through the empty streets. Drivers who pass the route report seeing shadowy figures sitting silently in the bus seats. People claim the windows fog up even on the coldest nights, showing glimpses of pale faces staring back at you. And once, a delivery boy said he saw the bus moving on its own, engine roaring, with no driver inside. No one dares to board Bus 375 after dark. Those who once did vanished without a trace, leaving behind only their belongings, as if the bus itself swallowed them whole. One night, a group of curious teenagers decided to challenge the legend. They waited near the old bus stop, just past midnight, with their phones ready to record. Suddenly, a fog rolled in, thick and suffocating. The distant sound of a horn echoed through the streets, low, deep, and haunting. Bus 375 appeared out of nowhere, its windows dark, its engine silent at first, then roaring as if alive. The teens froze. The bus doors creaked open, inviting them. A cold wind swept past, carrying whispers. "Come, come inside." Inside, the seats were filled with shadowy figures, their eyes hollow, staring into the souls of the living. A chilling laughter echoed, and one of the teens noticed Alex's face, pale, lifeless, yet grinning, seated at the driver's seat. The bus moved forward, faster than any car should. The streets around them twisted and warped, and the teens realized they were no longer in their city. They were somewhere else, somewhere dark where no one had returned. Inside, the shadows began to move. Their hollow eyes glowed red, and icy fingers reached toward the teens. Screams filled the bus, echoing endlessly as the doors slammed shut behind them. Alex's lifeless face turned toward them, whispering, "There's no way out." The bus surged forward into a dark mist that seemed alive, twisting the streets into impossible shapes. One by one, the teens felt themselves being pulled into the seats, their bodies frozen, their voices silenced. The shadows leaned closer, their laughter deafening. The windows fogged over completely, showing only twisted, screaming faces, faces that weren't theirs. The bus horn blared one last time, a sound that would haunt the city forever. Then it vanished. When the authorities arrived the next morning, the bus stop was empty. No trace of the teens remained. Only faint whispers and the echo of a horn in the distance suggested that Bus 375 still roamed, hungry for its next passengers. The next few weeks after the disappearance of the teenagers, the entire city was restless. Rumors spread like wildfire. People whispered that Bus 375 was not just a cursed vehicle, but a moving gateway to another world, a world of the dead. Night guards reported hearing the distant horn at exactly 12:30 a.m. every night, even when no bus was scheduled. Some claimed they saw headlights in the fog, but when they looked again, the streets were empty. One old man who lived near the abandoned bus depot swore that every night he saw ghostly passengers boarding the invisible bus. They lined up in silence, their faces pale and broken, their bodies stiff like corpses. When the doors closed, he heard screams that shook his bones. Soon, people began to vanish near the bus route: delivery men, night workers, travelers. Their belongings were sometimes found scattered on the road: a bag, a shoe, a phone, but the owners were never seen again. Finally, one brave journalist decided to investigate. He carried a camera and waited at the cursed bus stop at midnight. At first, nothing happened. The streets were silent. But then a cold wind blew. The horn of Bus 375 thundered, shaking the ground. The bus appeared, old and rusted, dripping with water as if it had just risen from the canal where it was once found. The journalist recorded everything. He saw Alex sitting in the driver's seat, his hollow eyes staring into the camera. The doors creaked open. A voice whispered from inside, "Your seat is waiting." The footage ended there. The next morning, the journalist's camera was found lying on the roadside. The final image was of the bus door closing. He was never seen again. Now, every local knows, if you are walking late at night and hear a bus horn in the fog, don't look back. Because if you see Bus 375, it means the bus has already chosen you, and once you step inside, there is no return. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel.